Welcome to the channel Encyclopedia Catanica. In today's video I'm gonna review the lock which I made. This is lever padlock which I made entirely out of sheets of metal and some metal rods. So nothing from this padlock is connected to locks in general. So how did I made it? Well, I found thrown away a couple of sheets of metal, different thicknesses, as you see. And I watched them and thought out what to do with them. So I started to explore the features of the metal and realized that it's a kind of soft steel which is easy to cut with hacksaw and which is easy to file down. So I decided to try myself out and make a padlock. This is the second one I made. First one is huge, really heavy lock. I named it number 95 because it's 95 millimeters wide, and I named it Factory 74, which is my workshop. So it's a two-lever padlock. It's connected together to hold every piece together by nails. This is typical nail. Those are also nails, but without their heads. I tried out a couple of different crimping methods with hammering. I made it entirely by cold bending without any heat. So this lock is practically like it was made in Soviet Union. It's really hard to determine who made it. If you see this lock, you will think that it was from the Soviet Union or something like that, from some kind of communist country. But in fact, I made it entirely out of nothing, only out of used parts of probably bigger metal sheets. This is the key. I made at first two keys for this padlock, but then I made the third version, which is I will show you in some future video. I made the third version, which is practically like it was made in factory. Literally like factory made padlock. This one, more or less, it's practically, if you look up closely, you will see that it's made by hand. But the third one is entirely made by hand, but like it was made in factory. And the key has this straight angle here. Why? Because it's the angle of the sheet of metal, and because of the thickness, it was much easier for me not to cut this and this side, but to cut only two sides, and then to shape the key. It has those lines which protects the key head against sliding. Those lines increase friction. And we have 74, factory 74, and we have the direct code for the bitting. It says 011, 0 cut and 11. So I made that key by filing this and this side. If you see closely, those sides are filed down. Why? Because we have those grooves, those teeth on the keyhole, and it's much easier to make a key to work. Without those guiding teeth, it will flop around the keyway and keyhole, and it won't work. As you see, it works flawlessly. Here is the mechanism inside. As you see, two levers, 1 and 2, and the third part is the locking pole. See? The locking notch on the shackle is made like in English padlocks. In case of English padlocks, it was much easier to cut the side than to drill through this flat piece and to file it down from that hole. I have one which has a frame locking notch, but this one is sided locking, and those levers are arm levers, type of levers called arm levers, because they are pretty easy to make. So the lock works really fine. It's the lock which could be used. It's not just some model or something like that. It's a lock which could be used. And pretty much I found another hobby, sub-hobby of lock collecting and lock picking, because the goal is to make padlocks without watching every part, without any blueprint, as we say, from the head, from the mind, and by feeling, to sculpt it by feeling, not by some blueprint or something like that. It's much easier with blueprints, but without it, you exercise your focus, you exercise your eyesight, your feeling for measures, and etc. So it's a really good sub-hobby, and I recommend all of you enthusiasts to try out and make your padlocks, because it's really good feeling when you make something out of nothing. This is literally out of nothing, out of garbage. And this lock is usable. It's not just a model, as I mentioned. For now I have 3 of them. I will show every lock in future videos. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.